One second, let me start. So today we are going to discuss how to write Xcode's MapReduce program, right?
हाँ सर.
So in this first step is that what? We should open the Eclipse and enter what? Workspace. So workspace means the locations where my programs will be, project will be existing, right? So
नहीं
inside
फिर
my
जब हम Hadoop को इंस्टॉल कर रहे थे तो TMP फोल्डर बनाए थे ना सर, तो वो प्रोसेसिंग के लिए वो यूज करेंगे करके बोल रहे थे आप.
कौन सा? नहीं. That is not your program. TMP is the name node file, right?
हाँ 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 हाँ.
This is the
ओके.
Eclipse workspace. Let's say where my programs or project will be stored in my local machine, right?
हम्म.
Location, right? So that we are
हाँ
saying
सर.
what? Workspace. Fine.
हाँ.
So this
हाँ सर.
workspace I am entering here. After that, next step is that create Java project. How to create Java project? Step number 2. Let us see here. Eclipse is getting open, just will wait, okay? Now, okay? Now we got the Eclipse, right? So this is Java prescriptive. Okay, Java. So if I go here right now, Java project, right?
हाँ सर.
Clear here? Say file, new what? Java project, right? So MR1 project. Fine now? So file, new and what? Java project. So what we are going? File, then what? New, then what? Enter Java project. Done? Parveen? Okay. So we have to enter the project name, okay? So let's see here. MR frequency is my project. Clear? So this is my project name. Fine. So after that I should click on what? Finish. Next. In the next, what is coming? SRC and the finish is fine. So enter what? What we need to enter? Enter the project name, right? So we are giving what? MR frequency, right? And click on next, then click on what? Yes. So step number 2 completed, right? So here my workspace is there. Home, BLC Hadoop, MR, work space. Some name is there, right? Clear, right? So now our structure is completed, project. So this is the structure. So on the right click of the project here, we are going to create what? Package. Fine, na? Give the package name MR frequency dot BLC Hadoop. MR1, I'll keep MR4, okay? What is MR4? Package. Okay, fine now. So here I am creating what? Package. Next what's? Create. What create? Package. How to create? Right click the project directory in Eclipse, right? Then select package. Then what? Enter the package name. So what package name we have given? We are giving MR frequency dot BLC Hadoop, right? And click yes. Done, na? Raghu, is this clear now? So now package got created, right? Next what's? Create the class file, right?
हाँ सर.
Means Java program. What is the class file name? What should be the class file name? Tell me. Driver name. What should be the driver name? Frequency and what? Driver. Correct, na? Public static void main. The type name is not valid. Java type name must not start end with a blank. Where is the blank? 1 minute. New and what? Class. New and class. So class name should be frequency driver, right now, and public static void. Clear now? One minute. The print screen is not working right now. Yeah. So AMR 5 and what? Class creation. Correct. And then click on what? Finish. So what you are doing here right now? Create what? The class file which contains main function. Right. So what you are doing? Right click on package, then select what? Class file, enter the class name. Example, what example we have entered? Frequency driver, and select checkbox for main function, then finally click on finish. Clear na Raghu? Understanding now all of you? Praveen? So we got the final raw structure of my program. Okay, so this is the MR7 class structure. Okay, now what we are going to write, which are the class we are going to write? We need to import the jar file. Okay, import the Hadoop 2.x jar file for MapReduce Program. Is clear enough, right? So we
sir.
have to import the jar file. How to import the jar file? Right click the project, build path, configure build path. Build path, configure build path, sometimes print screen. Okay, so in this here, what we are going to do here right now, we are right click the project, select build path. How to select build path? Right click the project, high number tha, build path, and what? Configure build path, right? Okay, so this is build path. So MR it. Fine, Raghu. Select build path.
हाँ सर.
1 minute. Right click, build path, configure build path. Okay, and then what? Configure build path. So what we are going to do here? We need to import. Then go to external. Then click on library. Next, click on library tab. Then what we have to do here? Click on add external jar file. Correct? Then click on add external jar file, and then finally when you are going to the jar file, we need to select the jar file in our system, right, where we have stored. So in my system I have stored into download and jar file. Clear now? See here, MR jar files, MR9. Fine, and then select both the jar file here, press on OK, MR10 jar selection. Fine, oh no, OK, and then this is the final MR11 jar attached to project. Then OK.
सर ये जो अभी दो सेलेक्ट किया वो जब हम Hadoop इंस्टॉल करते हैं वो आते हैं क्या ये jar file?
This jar file I'll provide you. These jar files are available already in the lib directory, right? Okay. So click on add external jar file. Okay. Then select the all jar files from your system location, right now, and then click OK. Fine. So what is this jar file contains? These jar files are, what is there? These are the library, right? These are the library for MapReduce. Clear? Huh? So without this we cannot write the program. So that's why we are using jar file. Clear now? So this, as of now, the requirement is completed. What is the first requirement? First requirement is that to create the workspace, then create the project, then create the class file, then what? Import the jar file, right? So all this we have completed. So the next step is that write the mapper and what? Reducer class. Mapper class, write the reducer class, and then we can say write the driver informations, and then finally we'll see. That's fine, correct now? So we have to be given what, which are the class? Mapper class, reducer class. So what we have done here? So 1 minute. Windows, preferences, text editor, fonts, okay. Just I'm increasing the font size, okay Raghu?
Yes, sir.
It's not got increased here. 1 minute, let me increase. What happened? Others Namrata has left now. Hello Namrata. Preferences, 1 minute. Uh, mono space. I'll increase the size. It's fine. So I believe now should be apply to, not applying. Hi Namrata. We started just now. This is
Hi,
your
sir.
just now, like I have started that project structure, okay? Eclipse.
अच्छा, ठीक
Okay.
है सर.
So just I'm making the help file. As of now, just we have to
Okay.
create the project, create the class structure, import the jar file, okay?
Okay, sir.
Fine. Na? So
Yes, sir.
meanwhile I was doing like to increase the font size, but it's not increasing here. Text font, what it is? Yeah, now font size got increased, right, Raghu? Okay. So now we have to write what class? We should write the class of now. Which are the class we are writing here? Public, static. What is the class name, Mamata? Static, my
Void.
mapper, extends. What extends? Mapper.
Mapper.
Fine. Huh? And what is the generic type here? Long int writable. We have already discussed, right? Text, what? Text and what? Int writable. Correct, na? This we have already discussed. I don't think we need to. Now error is coming. Okay. So first here, misplace. So after this here, we have to give this class structure. Then what I need to do here? Public void main, right? Na? Sorry, map, right? What are the arguments are there in the map? Raghu, what are the arguments are there?
sir.
Argument long int
Long long
writable key, right? Text value, correct? And then what? Context what?
C
60x,
C
whatever. So now we have to import the package. Let us see here. CT last here. Cursors will help you here. See, import Hadoop org Apache Hadoop.io, this package. Fine. So one error gone, right? Then I am using here context, right? Class. So context class also we require the same package, right? So org Apache Hadoop one we required mapper and what? Reducer, right now? So right now for the mapper, correct? Okay. Now what is this error here? Misplace constructors, where the misplace? Somewhere the spelling mistake is there. Okay, let me check this one. Long writable, right? So long writable, I am using long writable Hadoop class, right? Fine. This error gone. Why misplace is coming? Two. This is the main class, main function class, and right? Why two error is coming? One minute. Let me check it here. One and two, right? So if you save, I think error should go. Syntax error insert to complete the block. Okay, we'll check later. Okay, this error, fine now. Then we have to another class, public static my reducers extends what? Reducers. So what is the input here? Text comma what? Int writable, then what? Text comma what?
Text
Int
and
writable. Correct now? We have already completed all the classes, these points. Namata. Then we have to override the
So
function is
here
what? Public void reduce.
reduce.
Fine. Now in this, what we are going to use? Text. What is the first is coming? Text. What text is there? Lines. Correct? Then what is we have? int writable what? Value. Then what writing here? Context ctx. Right now, and we have to throw the exceptions and throws exception. So after this here, if we enter here, so public, if this mistake is there, int writable. So which int writable is coming here? Hadoop. Fine. Context reducers. So 1 minute. A static, why static is coming? Syntax error token is static. Interface expected after this token. Okay. See, what mistake is there? A class, right? A static class name, right? Then the reducer. So which reducer name? Import reducers. Fine. Then long writable. Which long writable? Long writable just now we did right here. Oh, long writable class is there. 1 minute. Let me check. One minute. Let me check 1 minute here. We'll see MapReduce. int writable, long writable, right? This is the mistake is there. So it means int writable text key. Yeah, long writable. The class name is wrong. Okay, here. We have discussed till now long int writable, right? Right now, Namrata, the class name is long writable. Okay, Raghu. Now the mapper we require import mapper, right? So we got the mapper. After that, what's see all these packages is coming here. Let us save. Multiple marker at this line. Exceptions is not compatible throws in mapper. Okay. So there will be some exception class here in the mapper that known as IO exceptions and interpret exceptions. Context, right? One context was there, right? Context class, right? 1 minute, let me check here. Context. But it's not coming to package, right? Okay. So first of all, I'll change this exception name. I'll make it here IO exceptions and interactive exceptions. Okay, these two exceptions generally we use. So this will be these are the Java exception. Okay, IO exceptions. Fine. Now gone, right? All error gone, Raghu. So context wise, I'll check it here. Path, file, job, configurations, mapper reduces, long writable, exception. There is no context here. Let me check now. Yeah, fine. Okay, not required. Because of exceptions we are getting there, right? And we have missed the class name, right? Namrata. The exception was
Yes,
here,
sir.
right? We forget to type the class name, as well as we had not mentioned the exception class. That's why we are getting there. Okay, Raghu? So now the Praveen, the structure is ready now, right? Okay. So we have completed. Now what we have to write? We should write here string line is equal to what? Value dot what? To string. Clear? So what we are converting? We are converting here, say. What we are doing here? We are converting text object to string. Clear, right? Okay. This will be the words, not lines, right? We are passing the word here, right? So after this line, what we have to do? The string tokenizer, right? Correct, na? Namata? We need to split the lines into what? Word based on delimiter, right? So what delimiter we have discussed right now here? The space delimiter or comma delimiter, right? Or tab separated tab separated delimiter. Clear now? So this will be taken by string tokenizer class in Java. Clear now? You got the point? Who is doing this job? String tokenizer, right? So what I write here? So string tokenizer tokens, okay, into what? I am saying line new string tokenizer of what? Line. So we need to import this class. So this is also Java string tokenizer. Create class, change class, something is coming. String tokenizer, create interface, string tokenizer. 1 minute. Chain to Java util string tokenizer. Fine. Got the point now? Is this clear, Namrata? So as of now, what we are doing, we are splitting the lines into the number of words. Next, what is our logic? Praveen. Praveen. Raghu.
हाँ सर.
What is the next logic? As of now, we have read the lines. We have split the lines based on the delimiter, right? So this delimitation, who is going to decide? String tokenizer class, right?
हाँ सर.
So my next question is that exactly what is the next logic? We need to assign 1 to every word, right?
हाँ सर.
Correct, na?
Set.
So we write here while tokens dot has more elements, correct? You got the point? What we are doing here? Basically, these functions returns what? What returns? True or false if true, if elements
False.
found, else what? False. And terminate the loop. Right now, this is the work of the what has more element tokenizer, right? So now what we are doing here? So we have to see, let me check one more argument here in my program. So we need to set value, right? Value dot set context dot write. So I am writing here, finally we are writing here value, correct me, value is what? Text, right? Value dot set, okay. What is the setting here? Value dot set method, right? So we are writing here tokens dot next, okay, fine. So what we are assigning here? We are assigning the word to text class, text object, correct na? So finally after that what we are doing here? Ctx dot write, okay. What write? Value, and then what it has to do? It has to do second argument towards new of what? ing of what? 1. So we are passing what? Key and comma what? Value to the reducer. Clear now? New int writable. Is this clear now? Raghu? Namrata, is this clear now?
हाँ सर.
Same thing what we discussed the last class, just we are typing the program, right? Okay. So now this
सर लेकिन ये न्यू इंट राइटेबल ऑफ 1 मतलब क्या करेंगे?
this will assign the one. Let us see here what is the value of here. Here k is equal to what? Hello, right?
Okay.
So what is hello here? Is a text now. Then what is 1? 1 is integer, right?
हाँ सर.
What is 1? Integer. So we need to pass int object, right now?
हाँ सर.
In with int class object. So that's why we are saying new of int writable of what? 1. It's a like we are creating an object passing the 1, right?
हाँ सर.
So object is carrying the data, right? Who is carrying your data here? Object, right? One is value, one is a new int writable, right? Correct, no? Or like that I can write here int writable in is equal to new of int writable of 1, meaning is same, right? And I can pass same value. See what I can pass here? I can pass here ctx writes value, and what I can do here right now? In. The meaning is same, right? You got the point? So
Yes.
this concept is known as Java serialization. I'm not discussing too much, you'll get confusions. Another question will come, what is serialization, right? So serialization means we are passing the value with reference to the object and the object is carrying your data, right? Serialization means, in the simple term I can say, object is carrying the data. Correct, na? So now we have done. Now we pass the argument, key values got generated, one value assigned, right, for every word. So in the reducer phase, what we have to do? Aggregate, right? Correct, na? Based on what? Based on what? So I am saying here integer sum is equal to what initially? 0. Fine. Now okay, second mistake what I have done here, this int writable will be the process of iterable, right? If you remember, right? We have discussed in my last class. This will be what? Iterable interface, right? Cursor. So what is iterable here? Iterable is a cursor name which increment the value by itself. Fine. So now we have to iterate the value, right? What value we have got? We have got hello comma 1 as of now, right? This iteration has to be done, correct, na? Logically. Or so what to do here? The first it will, what this will do here? First it will keep here like this. Uh, so for int writable x colon, what is this? Iterable values, correct, na? And what is the method? This is fine, right? And then what I am writing here? We are writing sum plus is equal to x dot what? Get. Return the value on that position, right? And then finally what we are doing here? We are saying ctx dot write, what write? Words and sum, correct, na? So what is the sum here? What is sum? Integer, right? So if I keep this one as a key, so confusions will not be there. So now I can say here key comma new of int writable of what? Is this clear now, Namata? Raghu?
Yes.
So first we need to write which program? Mapper. So this is your mapper class. Writing your in help file. Then which class we have to write? Reducer class, right? Fine. So this is your mapper, reducer class. This is your structure. Fine. So this is done. So next what we have to write here? Driver information, right? We have discussed, right? Yesterday class. In the previous classes we have completed, Parveen. So what we are writing here? We are writing here configuration conf is equal to what? New of what? Configurations. Okay. So what we are doing here? Creating object for Hadoop config. Is fine. So import configurations org Apache Hadoop. This is completed right now. Then what? Job. Job is equal to what? New of what? Job. What you are passing? Conf, and you can say frequency. So what you are doing here? Creating job object for processing. 200. Clear, na? So this is the job. Fine. Now what we are writing here? Okay. After the job, what we are going to write? Now we have to set here. Set the jar class name, mapper class name, and what? Reducer class name. Clear now? Is this clear? So what we have written here? Job dot what? Set jar, automatically it will come. Jar by class. So what is the class file name? Let me see. I'll keep here frequency driver dot class file. Fine, na? So set the class file main driver class file class which contains which function? Main function. Right, na? Then mapper class, then reducer class. So after that what you are doing? Job dot set here dot set mapper class, right now here. So what is the mapper class name? My mapper dot what? Class. Clear, Raghu? Parveen, is this clear? Then job dot set
हाँ सर
reducer. If you have any doubts, you can ask me anytime. Okay. My reducer already we have discussed from past 3 to 4 classes, right? More than 5 class, right? So finally we are taking the education step right now. So this part is done, right? So now what is the next here? Output key and output value class, right? So we have to set what? We need to set output key and what? Output value class name to job. That we are going to do. So what we are doing here? Job dot what job? Set output here. Output key class. So what is output key class here? Text dot class, right? And then what? Job dot set output value class. What is the value class? Integer, right? Int writable dot class. So this is done, output key and output value. So next is that we have discussed last class input format and output format class, right? Now we are going to set input and output format to job. So what you see here, job.cl set no input format class. What is input format class here? Text input format dot class. Fine. So this will ask the import the package, import okay. Now it's saying here job dot set output set output format class. So what is output format class here?
Integer.
Integer text format.
Uh,
Text output format, right? This is the format, right?
yes.
Okay. Now why error is coming here? Set output format class already be done, right? Set output format class, set input format class, right? In text input format, text output format, right? Text input format, text output format, and job dot set input format class, job dot set output format class. What is the package name? Why error is coming? Let me check. Text output format, text MapReduce.lib input. Okay. Uh, this is our package name is MapReduce, not MapRead. Okay, it's fine. So here we will get here MapReduce this package. Then we will get here MapReduce. MapRead is the outdated API. Okay, we are not using. Fine. Now error gone. So this will be taken care by the Eclipse only. After that, final step is what exactly? We have to find that our input format path, right, and output path. So what we are going to configure here? We need to configure the input path and output path from command line argument, right now. So the class name is file input format, I believe, and the file output format. So class name we are writing here file input format dot add input path. Okay, so one is the job, that is the key job. So here we are passing job comma new path of arcs of 1. Fine. File input format, create method. Why create method? Why add input path, job new path arcs of 0. Okay. Dot add input path. So this was the method, right? One is the job, one is what? Path. So what path you are giving it? See here. New path of what? Arcs of what? Correct na? Namrata? Is this correct, Raghu? Is this correct, all of you? Parveen? Sumit?
ठीक है
Then
सर.
file file 1 minute. Let me correct my charger. Yeah. So file next words output format dot set what set output path. Fine now. So I have to set here set 1 minute set output path. I need to set here jobs and comma what new of what path of what 2. So this is your why is not coming here set output path. Fine. Then job and then what new path then arcs of 2. Okay, so this will be the path for input and output path. So now we have set the path. Then finally what we need to inform for program termination, right? So what is the termination system.exit, right? Wait for inclusions. So exit the job only if the flag value becomes false, right? Program terminations based on what flag value. So that is this command, right? Now add throws into experiences. Any questions here? So this is the informations. This will be common, I believe, to all the program, right? Now you can check here, all of you. So one we have written the mapper class, one we have written the reducer class, and one what we are passing here, the configuration information to my driver, right? What configurations? About my job, about my jar file class main class name, mapper reducer class name, what is my output key and value, what is my input format and output format class, and then what is my input and output path and the system permission. So this informations basically we are writing inside where the main driver class name, right? Clear here all of you? Any questions here, Raghu?
सर मुझे एक डाउट है
हाँ, same program what we have discussed from past 3 to 4 days, right? Just I am typing into the Eclipse. Yes. हाँ Raghu. Clear. Clear, right? Now the final step is that we have to run the program, right? So if there is no error here, see here, there is no error, right? So the finally we have to build the jar file. What you are going to do? Create the jar file. Fine. So how to create a jar file here? Right click the project, export, okay, exports Java and jar file. We need to select MR12 create jar file. Fine. So next, so right click. What we are doing here right now, we are saying project, select project, and the right click, then what, export, then go to select Java, then select what, jar file, then correct na, click on what, next. Clear, right Namrata? Okay, so now
Yes.
I should create my jar file of my project. So here it is saying AMR frequencies, select the destination where you want to export your jar file. So I'll keep my inside the BLC Hadoop locations only, right? And this is my jar file name. I can say here frequency 1 dot jar file. AMR 14 jar file. Fine. Then we are keeping finish. Then OK. Right. So it is saying see the details of additionals. OK. It does not ask the main class file, right? So then what? Then select the destinations, locations, and enter the jar file now. Then select next, like that. Step number 9. Start your Hadoop. So what is the Hadoop command? Start minus what? All dot ss, right? Then 10 what? The final command is what? Run the MR program using jar file. Correct now? So now we'll run your Hadoop. So start minus all dot ss. Fine. Meanwhile, I'll check here in my another computer here. What is the jar file we have given? frequency yeah, this is our jar file, correct na? Right now, so let me check once again in my Eclipse here. Right click, export jar file name, destinations, next. Okay, next. Yeah, this was the machine. Okay, main class, because we have how many class right now? 3 class, right? Mapper, reducer and frequency, right? So this class
Frequency
I am
type.
going to select. This is the important, this is very important. MR16 selection of what? Main class.
Main class.
Fine. So this we have done. This was the missing the last time. Already replace it, right? Okay, no problem. Fine. So here what we are coming next, then what? Select the main class name, which what contains in function,
Main
right?
class.
Then click on what? Yes.
Yes.
This is the help file, correct now? I believe is fine. Okay, so this is the first time I am creating this many help file. Now I can check my JPS. Hadoop is running fine. Node manager, resource manager, name node, data node, secondary name node. Okay, and Eclipse, right? So this is the command which is running on my machine, right? Fine now. After that, what you are going to do? We are going to finally run the program. So what is the command? So we have to copy the file, right? You got the point? So we need to make one data set, right? ls, let me check here. Some file sparkon.txt, sample.txt, right? Let me check here what is sample.txt. Cat sample.txt. This many files are there, right now? This is the context, right? Okay, so this file just I am keeping for your knowledge, right? This is on my local machine right now. Where this file is there? In my local machine, right? So what we'll do, Namrata? Copy, right? Hadoop fs minus what? Copy from what? Local
Local.
sample dot what?
Okay.
txt to root location, right? So let me see here. I'll create one directory mkdir, okay, and I'll create here frequency
One.
data. Fine. I'll hit the command. Then what? I'll set the permission, right? fs change mode minus r send. So now what we are doing here? We are creating the data set, right? What we are doing? This is creating sample dot txt file as data set, correct now? Next what we are going to do? Now we are going to do copy the sample dot text file into where SDFS, right now? So for that I'll delete this all. I am doing this part, right? Not required. Fine. So now what command will hit here? Will hit command Hadoop fs minus what? copy from what? Local. What is file name? sample.txt. And where to copy? Frequency what? Data. Clear na? Parveen, Raghu, everyone agree? Now we are copy this data. Fine. So copy the file dataset from where? From local machine to HDFS, right? So we are doing this. See, all of you know, right? I believe steps. And now finally 11 is what? Run the app program. Fine. So this is required here. I can say create dataset and copy to where? HDFS. Clear, right? Namata?
हाँ sir.
Is this fine? So what is the command to run the project here? Now we are going to run the our program FREQ, right? So command is Hadoop jar FREQ1, fine.
One
And what is the file name? Frequency what?
driver.
Driver. And then what is the input path? Input part is FREQ data slash what? Sample dot text, and output to what? FREQ result 1. So that's output directory. Clear na? So this will create output directory and it will copy to that location. So this is the command where we are writing. So meanwhile I can type here the meaning of this. Okay, where what is frequency driver, this is this and this is this. Frequency.jar file is what? Our jar file name, right now. This is what? Main class name which has main function, and what is that? My input data set for MR, right? And this is what? Output directory where MR will save the result after processing. Clear na? Fine. So now this is running. MapReduce program means if this is running means our jar file is was created successfully, right? So we got this many outputs here. Completed, right? Successfully, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just copy some information, not all.
सर इसका आउटपुट कहाँ पे है वो भी दिखा
हाँ,
देंगे एक बार फोल्डर में.
बिल्कुल दिखाएंगे. Okay. So this is the output, right? Successful. File system, number of byte, how many byte it has written? 829, right? This much write operation happened during all MapReduce, right? Because we are writing the data, right? In the mapper phase, in the reducer phase, then the file also, correct? Correct, na?
Yeah.
Everywhere we are writing the data. So finally, if you see how many map tasks you launch? 1. How many reduce tasks launch? So how many mappers should be there? 1, right? Na? Number of block size 64 MB, right? 128 MB, right? That's why we have got how many mapping size here? 1. How many reduce tasks? 1. Data local map tasks 1, the millisecond occupied this much time, and then finally MapReduce framework, right? The input record, output record, okay? All these are the performance analysis, right? Then finally, if you see here, how much CPU spend time, physical memory, right? This much millisecond has taken time to run this program, right now? Shuffle error, right? There is no error in the shuffling and all, correct? Byte error. So this was the machine analysis, right? While processing all this analysis we got about the file. Now I want to see my output directory, right? Now what? Next words? To view the final result. Fine. So in these cases here, if we take this, this is the program we are running, change mode, Hadoop right now. This is the program we are running. So I'll take this screenshot. MR, I don't know how many file happen, 17, and execution. Come on. Fine. Clear ना? Here any doubt here, Sumit?
यहाँ पे डाउट नहीं होगा.
ठीक है. Now, so doubt नहीं होना चाहिए. अब कहीं नहीं doubt होना चाहिए. खत्म हो गया MapReduce. आपके doubt ही रहेगा. बोलो, Sumit. Hadoop face last. I'm speaking MapReduce from past 1 week, right? More than, I believe. I'm keeping every word to your brain, right? Fs minus what? Ls and this, correct? Namrata? This fine?
Yes, sir.
Correct, na? Now, see here. What is the result here? Success, right? And what is the file name has been generated? Part RR, right? So, I can
इसका कंटेंट
cat, okay, part minus R minus 5 times 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, we got right. A Spark 3, Reduce 1, 6, Big Data Analytics, right? Dot, because after space dot was the one, so this is also considered as a one word, right? Correct, na? So this is the results what we have seen in our data set, right? Fine.
Yes, sir.
View the result. So in these cases here, I'll remove my, I don't know, from here I'm getting the warning. This is the file and this is my output. Fine. Now next what? I want to copy this output to my local machine. What is the command? Raghu? Hadoop fs minus copy to local, right? What copy to local? FREQ क्या है बोलो डायरेक्टली का नाम FREQ
उसी डायरेक्टरी में ही है अभी.
हाँ FREQ RES1, right? I want to copy this one, right? RE FR 1 minute. What is the file name? Folder name? FREQ EQ REQ1, right? FREQ REQ1. Fine? है ना?
सर रिजल्ट 1 है ना. RES1.
हाँ sorry. RES1, right? So I want to copy this folder, right? Let's say, and then where I want to copy?
To our local machine.
Desktop. Suppose. Is fine? Means This data set we can pass anywhere, right? Na? Now we can what? Copy the result to local machine. Fine. With the next command. Like that practice we can do. So if I go desktop and if I see here ls, I got my directories here. Correct now? And if I go here freq ls, all file is there. If I go part, all file is here. Fine. Done. This was that our MapReduce program. Any questions here? I'm going to share this help file by tomorrow. Okay. Along with the video I'm recording for self practice. So this is your command we are using mr 18 local copy. Any questions here? Namrata? As of now?
No sir.
So this is the
प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तभी पता चलेगा ये.
So practice के लिए मैंने हेल्प फाइल बना दिया आपको notes. Now
ठीक है, sir.
every word I believe I have explained in past 1 week, right Sumit? Parveen? Parveen?
हाँ सर.
Any questions here?
नहीं सर अभी नहीं है, प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ेगा.
No, but you got to know, right?
हाँ यस सर.
Raghu?
sir.
Fine. So tomorrow will be the last class, mostly combiner and partitioner. Okay. Same program we are going to do with the combiner and partitioner. Okay, it's fine. In MapReduce.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then we will start the peak, or you can take a time for the practice this week. Next week you can start the peak. That is fine. Or you want to start the peak now?
सर पहले एक दिन प्रैक्टिस के लिए रख लेते हैं बाद में.
Okay, fine. So tomorrow I'll complete the MapReduce. Okay. Tomorrow we log in the same time 8:30 only. Fine. So at least I'll complete my sessions. Tomorrow is Thursday, right? Thursday, right? Prabhu?
हाँ सर.
So Friday,
Thursday,
Saturday, Sunday is the practice day. MapReduce. Fine. Any questions, any doubts comes, because if you do that much practice, you'll not forget, right? If anybody asks any questions, I believe if you go in Google today, don't see any answer. Just go with the technical questions. You will find now what level you know the understanding the MapReduce, and give me your feedback tomorrow. That is fine. Namrata, Raghu, Parveen, Sumit,
हाँ सर.
all of you read one technical questions on MapReduce. Okay, see that
Okay, sir.
how many answers you are able to make now. Then after 4 days, how much percentage you have improved, right? Both. Fine, Namrata?
ठीक है सर.
And I have given my assignment, right? My assignment should be
हाँ सर.
ready also. So tomorrow we are going to discuss one of the very simple and important concept is that how to improve the MapReduce performance, right? MapReduce performance means now this is taking approx some time, right? See here. See, correct na? CPU time. So I want to improve this time better, more and more performance wise. Along with the time, the processing should be simple, right? Okay. Now let us see here. What is the complexity here in this result? I want to know give me the result of the Spark. What you'll do? You are going to read this file once again, part00 file. Then you'll filter the Spark. Then you'll give the result, right? Am I right? I'll ask, give me the result of the big data. Give me the result of analytics, right? So that tomorrow we are going to learn how to improve this performance. Okay. So this is today class.